it's time for another segment of Rule Review by the Officials Institute. Today, we're going to be talking about backcourt violation. And the very important factor in the backcourt violation is ball location. Properly identifying the location of the ball will help tremendously when trying to figure out whether there is a backcourt violation or not. So, let's get started.
In this first clip, we see the home team with control in their front court passing the ball around. When it is deflected off of a home team player, goes into the backcourt to retrieve it when the official blows his whistle for a violation. So what makes this a backcourt violation? Whenever a team has control in their own front court, as they do here, and any player of that team is the last to touch the ball, causing it to go into the backcourt, then no player of that team shall be the first to touch the ball once it has gone into the backcourt. This would result in a backcourt violation. It is also important to note that a throw-in for a backcourt violation is awarded to the opponents at the designated out-of-bounds spot nearest the violation. And since this violation happened in the free throw lane, the designated spot out of bounds will be on the end line. Let's go ahead and watch this one more time. In this clip, we see a player in the backcourt who passes the ball when his teammate jumps in the air and catches the ball, landing in the backcourt. When we take a closer look, we see the ball is in the backcourt since it is being held by the player who is touching the backcourt. When the player passes the ball retains its backcourt status. This is because a ball in flight retains the same location as when it was last touched in contact with a player or the court. In the same respect, the location of an airborne player is the same as when they were last in contact with the floor. Therefore, when this player jumps from the front court, the player retains his front court status, and when he catches the ball, he creates a front court status for the ball, which means team control has now been established in the front court. And when he comes down, he is the last to touch the ball in the front court and the first to touch it in the back court. This is a backcourt violation. Let's watch it one more time. In our next clip, we see again a pass being caught by an airborne player who leaves from the front court and lands into the backcourt. But our officials have no whistle. So did they miss it? Let's look a little bit closer and see. Since this is a throw-in, it is legal for a player to jump from the front court, secure the ball with both feet off the floor, and return to the floor with one or both feet in the back court. And it makes no difference whether the first foot is down in the front court or the back court. This also applies during a jump ball or when any player is on defense. Let's watch it again. In this last clip, we see the dribbler coming up the floor, stepping over the line into the front court, then coming back and passing the ball to his teammate. So why is this not a violation? In Rule 4, it tells us that during a dribble, the ball is not considered to be in the front court until the ball and both feet of the dribbler touch entirely in the front court. And since this player only has one foot in the front court and the other foot and the ball in the back court, the status of the player and the ball is still in the back court. And the officials properly identified this as a legal play, with no backcourt violation. Here it is again.
That's our segment on backcourt violation. Hopefully you found this helpful, and the next time that you see it, you'll be better prepared. Until next time, have a good game.